Well, the other day, I went on a little pre-Christmas field trip and visited the beautiful home of some local parishioners who showed me how their family Christmas centers around celebrating the birth of Christ and keeping warm family traditions alive. I'm pleased to be back at the home of Doug and Gina Tusing. They are members of the Basilica of St.Michael the Archangel in Loretto, and they live in historic Ebensburg. Welcome. Good to have you with us today. Thanks for having me once again in your home.
We're supposed to be preparing the way, getting ready for the coming of Jesus Christ, and here we are spending money buying things that we don't even care about.
Yeah.
And to be honest, once I started thinking about the way that we do that and how I would rather be more sustainable in our decorating and be more family oriented and get the kids and the grandkids involved, then it became really, really fun. And we kind of savor the decorating, and we all gather together, and we kind of stretch it out and take our time and make it meaningful. Mm-hmm. So my trees might not be as fancy as other people's, but they're very meaningful. We have a lot of vintage ornaments, a lot of handmade ornaments, a lot of things that are just sustainable. So today we're going to do a tablescape because we celebrate on Christmas Eve. So we're going to set this up early. Okay. And normally the grandchildren do this with me.
Right.
The grandchildren are small, so the first thing you do is you get them outside with some clippers and you let them gather.
Right.
Whatever's green, whatever they think would look pretty on the table. So it might come out kind of hokey, or it might come out very elegant. It just depends on the year and who's doing what. But all of this was just gathered today from the backyard.
Right.
So we've got boxwood that stays green. We've got zebra grass with some fluffy things. Did I just give you some fluffies? We have straw because I use it to mulch in the garden. We have this gorgeous juniper that always needs to be trimmed. Mm-hmm. Oh, smell how fragrant it is.
Yeah,
oh,
it smells like Christmas.
It smells like Christmas, and sometimes it has the little blueberries. Some of it has blueberries on it. Mm-hmm. We didn't pick the pine cones today, but we do go out and collect pine cones at the beginning of the season, and we dry them in the oven. And the trick is, you don't think that they have bugs on them, but they do.
Oh, okay.
So they're all closed up when they're wet, and you put them on a baking tray in the oven. You put some parchment or foil underneath because all that sap and everything comes off, and you just bake them for a little while on a low temperature, and all that sap dries up, and they open up beautifully, and all the bugs die.
Good tip.
Then you can keep them for years.
I never thought about the bugs being in there.
You don't think they're in there, but they are.
Okay.
I mean, you don't know it because you don't see them. Yeah. But when they're all at the bottom of the tray, you think, "Oh my gosh, I had that in my house." Wow. And then my daughter had this beautiful magnolia tree a few years ago, and so we collected the leaves, and I had some extra spray paint, so we made them sparkly. Mm-hmm. But they don't break down in the compost, so they're very sustainable because I have a big bin of them, and we've been using them for years.
Magnolia has really become a part of Christmas decorating in recent years. I've noticed it more and more. A lot of people do the magnificent urns outside, and they put the greenery in, and they always tuck in
the leaves, and you can use them in your trees. You can make garlands.
Gorgeous.
They keep for years and years, but they're expensive if you buy them. That's the same thing. You just gather them in the backyard.
I just saw a box of pine cones for sale, $19.
Oh, everything's
4 or 5 pine cones.
I know.
So they're free in nature.
Yes, that's the best way to collect your decorations.
That's for sure. So
get us started.
Yeah, let's start with something, and we'll work primarily down the center of the table because we want room for the dishes.
Yes.
So I always start with the boxwood, and we've got snippers so we can make things fit however we want. And I usually just start right down the middle. You want to put your fancy ones on the edges, so you want to find the better ends, or you just snip them to fit. If that one's too long, you just make it like this.
And that is kind of key, that whatever you pick in the backyard, you may need to trim and adjust. It's not like you're just bringing them in and plopping them down. You're doing some strategic work to all this.
Right, and remember, we have the kids usually doing this, so it's, some might be very long, and that's okay.
And those are the memories that I know that you treasure, being with your kids, obviously, and your grandkids now.
They're wonderful.
These are memories for a lifetime, not only for you, but for them. Think 30, 40 years down the road, how much they're going to treasure these memories.
And they'll be doing this with their grandchildren,
absolutely.
And they'll be remember when our crazy grandma did this or cut that. And
you are not crazy. I can vouch for that.
And I'm sure when they landscape their home someday, they'll be thinking about that.
Sure.
Do we have a holly bush? Do we have some, evergreen? Do we have juniper, things that we're going to use?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have to put some of these gorgeous junipers in there.
Adds a lot of depth.
Can I help too?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, and Doug, I know that you're a partner with all the amazing
That's probably
style here with the decorating and the hosting, the cooking, and all the great things that happen in this house.
Well, thank you.
What's it like being married to Martha Stewart?
Well, I just try to stay in the background and just let her do her thing.
Yeah.
And yes, we're gonna start calling her Martha of the Allegheny.
Martha of the Alleghenies.
I love that.
I love
Okay.
it. I'm envisioning a statue in the middle of Evansburg Town Square there. I love it. I love it. And as you're working, I also wanted to mention, for those of you who don't know, Gina is an accomplished musician at the Basilica. Most notably, she plays the Gallitzin violin every year as part of Christmas Midnight Mass, Silent Night. What a treat that must be.
Oh, it is such a privilege.
Yeah.
It's such a privilege. It never gets old.
Mm-hmm. So we value your talent.
Well,
and
thank you.
all the wonderful musicians at the Basilica. I know you're getting ready for your concert on December 29th. So
We are.
Looking forward to that. So
We are.
Always a
Choir's
wonderful
been working hard. And
I'm
it's
sure.
sounding really good already, so I'm
sure.
excited.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let's keep at it.
So we have a base, and I'm trying to keep it small, which is the trick, because with the kids,
Right.
you'll end up with stuff everywhere, and then
Because
you have
as you
have
said,
to
you
eat
are
around the
eating
table.
here. There will be dishes and
So
other
handmade,
things.
we'll start with the background, with the creche. Is there a front or a back to this? I think there is. We're going to put that right in the center. And then we'll build around it a little bit. Oops.
It's hard to reach when you're sitting.
Yes.
It is hard to reach when you're sitting.
We need to get up.
Build
please
around
go
it a
for
little bit. And I always use a lot of the straw.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems appropriate because I know there was hay or straw.
Of course. And if that's become quite a tradition at many parishes, they give blessed
A
straw.
little piece of that.
So it's a wonderful addition to any nativity.
And you'll always have it, if you have a garden, you always have a bit of straw you can go out and get. And at the end, we do tuck a little bit underneath the tablecloth as a reminder
Nice.
that Jesus was born in the stable,
Very
in
nice.
case the nativity isn't enough.
Of course.
Okay, so what are we going to put around here? Maybe a couple of pretty pine cones.
Your beautiful bug-free pine cones.
My bug that come already spray painted. The ivy is always a really nice finishing touch.
Mhm.
Ivy is not supposed to be sustainable because it's not native, but I love it. And I already had it when I moved here, so
Now, is it a challenge to keep the green green? Because being inside in the heat, does it dry or wilt?
these are all things that stay green.
Good.
These are all things that we've had outside, and so they're still, they will be fine. They don't need to be sprayed. But you do have to be careful what you choose. Sometimes the kids will bring in moss. We have some really gorgeous moss. That'll have to be spritzed.
Right.
Okay, you think that's enough?
That
to
looks
get
good.
started? And then why don't we start placing some of our beautiful pieces. This one, we bought these at Piazza Navona in Italy. I tell you, it's so inspiring when you go and everybody has a presepio up.
Mm-hmm.
Driving down the road and there's a little cave or a little place, and there's just always somebody would have taken the time to build it.
So you mentioned Presepio, and of course at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish in Altoona, they have a magnificent one.
I've seen that
here.
one. That one's incredible.
So we encourage people this Christmas season to go to Our Lady of Mount Carmel and view that. Always such a
put this little
wonderful
guy?
tradition.
Maybe over here, because the animals kept Jesus warm in the crib, right?
Did.
So we'll put, if I can prop him up on a leaf so he doesn't disappear, he can keep Jesus warm. The memories, when you bring them out.
I can imagine.
The kids kind of do a better job because they just have no inhibitions. They think about it and they don't think about it. They just kind of throw them in. Where are the snips? Make some pop. Sometimes you have to make some smaller pieces. Where did we put him? Put him right there.
And our angel singing glory to God in the highest.
We need a nail. We don't have a nail for her. I will have to prop her. Let's prop her. Oh, let's put her over here for now. We'll go get a nail.
Yeah. that's
Okay.
good.
How does that look? Let's go around and look at it from the other side. Oh, that looks very pretty.
This is Christmas.
This is Christmas. There we go.
Good touch, Doug.
I'm gonna rearrange.
And she moved it.
Well, it's a little bit big. It's a little bit big.
I said I try to stay in the background.
You're a good assistant, Doug. So when do you start decorating your home for Christmas?
We start early because we have Dickens of a Christmas.
Yes, a tradition in Evansburg. Yeah.
And it's the first weekend of December. So we kind of have to be ready for that because people will be coming over and we do wear our Victorian costumes all over town. So that has to be planned out and thought of it in advance.
Well, this is what Christmas is about. Jesus Christ, the birth of Jesus Christ at the center, family, friends, good food, and hopefully many laughs and good memories. I want to thank you for welcoming me into your beautiful home. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Thanks for all you do in the church, and a blessed and Merry Christmas to both of you.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas, Tony. It's been wonderful.